CREWMARU Show. CREWMARU Show. Alright, that's it. That's the new theme song. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Monday, which means it's time for another CREWMARU Monday. And we're going to be repairing some very common breaks. Let's see, make sure I'm opening the right box here. I'm going to go ahead and open up this box. That is interesting packing. Slide him out. Oh, look at that. What a heartbreaker. Such a heartbreaker. What's up, Esteban? Should we screw that up? What's Esteban? Sheesh. I do not drink, guys. I'm just naturally messed up. What's going on, man? Glad you're here. Oh, look at this. Look at this sad. Oh, God, this is terrifying. Is it? Are these legs stuck, too? That's just awful. Isn't that just awful? Look at that. So, I'm wondering, for those of you who are a little more well-versed than I am, I'm just here to fix your toys. I don't know everything about them. Let's see, we're gonna focus here? Maybe I can turn on the autofocus, hang on. Ooh, look at that, fancy. Thank you, technology. Is this the new one? Do you guys know if this is the new one? Apparently there's I guess the updated one they said has a different, God, look at my nails. That's pretty rough right there. That's rough. I was working with a lot of super glue. Anyways, apparently the back, logo is messed up on, I guess the original release of this. And I didn't know that. Also heard that the cape was uneven. This one's looking pretty decent. So I'm not sure. I don't know if this is like the re-release. I'd like to know actually if this is the re-release. Mainly because it'd be interesting to know if this is still a common problem in the re-releases. And should have done this beforehand. Let me clean off this. I was going crazy on Sunday, guys. I was doing lots of work. Talking to my good friend Liddell, who is in here. Rear Arrow, what's up, man? Can't get enough of you. I love this. This was my mom's in their upholstery shop. It's so good. Like just this old straw broom catches everything. Okay. Anyways, like I said, I don't know if this is... The new one is a bit shorter, so the cape, okay. So I have... Hang tight. Let me grab my... Oh my gosh, that's very provocative. Let me grab mine. I have the first release. See how many figures I can knock over? All right. Oh man, I got this really snazzy shirt too from my friends Ashley and Clayton Stevens. Check this out. Go and make it. It's like a take on the Texas Come and Take It. But I don't know. I think this is from some YouTuber who makes things, and I feel bad not knowing who it is, but if y'all know who it is, tell him what's up, because apparently he makes stuff, and that's awesome. So yeah, so I've picked up my Superman. Let's take a look at this. Well, I don't notice anything different, so maybe these are both the first releases. I'm not sure. And my cape looks really good too, so I guess I got lucky in the first releases. So, Julian says, "How's my new profile picture?" I don't know what it is. I can't see it because it's about this small on my screen. I hope it's good. I'm thinking it's good. Unless it's something awful, then don't. But I doubt it is because you're great, Julian. So let's just say it's awesome. Danko Tooney says, "Did you watch Peacemaker?" I have only watched up to the second episode. I really like the show. I just haven't had the time to sit down and watch it. But I'm wanting to. So please, no spoilers. So sorry that you guys can't discuss that. I'm not up on all my nerd stuff. So sorry. All right. So I'm going to record a tutorial tonight over this one because this is quickly becoming one of the most common repairs I've been doing. It's ridiculous. And I'm going to see if I can't change this one up. Sometimes I will run a screw all the way through here. And it looks like somebody tried to use some adhesive. That might be why it broke. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. All right. All right. So I'm going to do my video voice here for a second, guys. And you all can just kind of watch along. Let's get everything set up first. All right. Hang tight. 0.6, 0.9. Start with 0.9 millimeter. I've been breaking freaking drill bits like I own stock in them or something. It's been ridiculous. So, crazy. I think this is all we're going to need right here is the drill bit, the screw. This is bigger than the 1 millimeter. We'll use some super glue, ultra gel control, which I think I've been calling this gel ultra hold, so that's great. That's great advertising for Loctite. I've been mistyping what it's called. Super cool. All right, let's get started, right? I'm gonna zoom out for you guys so you can see a little bit because I tend to wander a bit. Hopefully that looks good. I have to. Oh, hang on. I gotta make sure it looks good for both cameras now. Where's my little sticker? Where's my little logo? Oh, this is actually a bigger sticker. My friend Matt made this at work. He does stickers. It's freaking awesome. So, okay, wing or lose. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, ride with us. What's going on? I don't recognize your name, so that's awesome. So thank you for joining. Wing or lose. I don't know. I was just asking if this was the original. I have no idea. I didn't ask the guy. He's actually been crazy patient because I've had this one a really long time because I wanted to do a tutorial over it. Just timing's been kind of funky lately. But I put him up next to mine and he looks exactly the same. So I don't know. I don't know how to tell the difference. I heard it was on the back that the logo was different. But I don't know. I would love to be able to put that in this video. Like, hey, is this... Oh, you know what? Maybe I can message dude and tell him, hey, I am doing this live right now. What was that figure called, man? So I put everybody in my let's see, in my phone here in Instagram whenever if I get an Instagram order and I flag them. That's how I know. What's this dude's name? James. Oh, this dude's in Texas. That's cool. Hope that's not giving out too much information. Hey, there he is. I found him. Sorry, guys. I'm repairing your Superman live right now. Is he the first or second release? Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. And I can link him. Maybe I'll link him. youtube.com/CREWMARU if you're interested. Don't want to force him, you know. I'll probably just put that in. Okay. Let's do it. Ready to repair. Esteban Baratza, that's right, man. Promote it on Reality Records. If you know what I mean. All right, here we go. Hey, what's going on, guys? It has been a while, and I'm pretty sure that my phone's turned the wrong way. It's been that long. It's been that long. The numbers were off to this side. Oh. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is another repair that seems to be popping up quite frequently, and I thought I would teach you how to repair it or how I repair it. This is the Mafex Superman, and I'm not sure if this is the first or second release, but I do know that the first release had this problem. The Dark Knight Returns Batmans have this problem, and the Hush Batman also has this problem. So this is really starting to plague the Mafex crowd here. Gorgeous figures, I love them. Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking them, but man, this is a crappy problem to have. So what's happening here is basically the ball peg inside here is just too tight. It's way too tight. Some people end up trying to tighten it themselves, and it breaks. But this is breaking without any alterations or anything. So this, like I said, is an issue. What we're going to try to do here is we're going to start by trying to pop this out, and I'm going to try to use these end clippers here to see if I can't, get a hold of them, get a good grip. Get a hold of them, get a good grip, and see if we can't pull this out. Now, you don't want to clip too tight on this. You don't want to like rip it. So I'm just going to try to pull straight down. And that's really in there. So instead of the end clippers, let's start over. So what we're going to do is use some needle nose pliers to grab this and pull this out. And what you can usually do is grab from the side as close down as you can if it broke this way, and kind of turn it to the side here. We're going to see if this will pop out for us. There we go. And this is definitely looking like it's had some, oh yeah, it's like kind of snapped here on the side. And I don't know if I did that or I could have done that, but let's say yours is broke the way this one's broke. We're going to fix this. And even with this little piece right here, this isn't even a problem. I think I actually literally just broke that while we were working on this. So this will be fun for everyone. So even if that wasn't broke, what we're wanting to do here is put a screw all the way through this thing and then basically reattach it. I don't think this has been tampered with. I don't mean to speak ill of my client. Sometimes they forget to tell you, but yeah, this is a really clean peg. So I think this is just normal. So just in case, just want to make sure, just want to double check. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take a 0.9 millimeter finger drill bit, and we are going to drill all the way down the ball and then down the shaft as well. So this peg, we want to stay right in the dead center. And what I generally like to do in a situation like this, since I've cracked this piece right here, what I'm going to do is kind of open it up like a Pez dispenser here, and I'm going to take some of the Ultra Gel glue here. This is Ultra Gel Control by Loctite Super Glue. Not endorsing me. We're going to add a little bit on here, and then we're going to just squish that boy closed. Look at that. There we go. We're going to squish it closed. And what this will do is it's just going to give us a simple hold. And while this is drying, we're going to go ahead and grab a paper towel. I can see like the comments on this already. That's like Toycanic, quote unquote, goes to repair figure, breaks it more. Man, why did they get rid of the dislike button? So we're going to wipe away some of this excess glue. All right. So what that does is it creates a hold for us, and it should be just tight enough, to drill through. What we're going to do is we're going to drill. Usually I'd want to drill through here, but since we've caused this little issue, what we're going to do is we are going to drill in through the ball area. Okay. Sorry guys, I want to make sure y'all see it too. It's not fair to y'all. So here we go. So we're going to get a good grip here. And the reason I'm going in from the top is because we did have a split in the plastic here. If I was to go in through the bottom, it could push this up and out. So if we're pushing down on that, that's going to work with us instead of against us. And so that super glue is not going to break the hold. Or it's not going to break the hold of the super glue, the force. So we're going to try to make sure that we're going in as center as we can. Like I said, I usually want to go in through the bottom, but we'll risk it here. Just want to make sure the camera's in focus, honestly. Okay. Now, unfortunately, with this drill bit, I mean, the problem I'm running into here is that it's not long enough to go all the way down. Also, this happens often, is when you get super glue caked up or plastic caked up, you can just kind of hold your razor blade diagonally, and that'll scrape that off. Okay, so let's see how far this went down. Kind of just put this in via our finger. Be careful that you don't break it. Okay, so we did go all the way in, and that means we are about, gosh, we are right there. I can't believe it didn't go through. So we're going to be very careful here. I'm going to grip it here, and we're going to see if we can't just go right down the center and just kind of connect the holes, basically. And that's kind of dangerous, honestly, whenever you do it, is you can end up, you hit that hole that you've made, and it just offsets your drill bit just a little bit, and then it, you know, it can break. It can catch your drill bit and break if it's one of these smaller drill bits. So, okay. Bit of a mess. That was a bit of a messy start. Wait till you guys see the edited video, and you're like, oh my gosh, there wasn't this much stress. Well, there was a lot more stress when we were watching. All right, let's get back to it. Here we go. Sorry guys, I kind of drifted off camera. I do that all the time. Like this is, I'm telling you, I need like a head cam, so it's always watching what I'm watching. And we did get a GoPro at work, so that might be a thing. I'm gonna look like a fool, but I don't care. As long as it looks good for you guys. All right. Okay, so since we've drilled both holes, we're gonna go ahead and go in both ways again to make sure that the hole is all the way through. Carefully. All right. And usually what you can do is you can hold this up to a light, and you can usually see through it. Imagine you can see the colors changing there in my logo and sticker, that there's definitely the holes all the way through. Let's go ahead and go through this one more time. There we go. And that's looking pretty great, pretty great. We might have to make this hole a little bit bigger, seeing that we are using, I'm using an eye hook that's just a bit larger than usual. And we don't want to go in that way. We actually want to go in down to see, let's see how far we're going to go down. So what we might end up doing is we'll put this in, and I imagine once this gets to the peg here where it cracked, it's probably going to push it away, which is fine. That's okay. What we really mainly want to do is make sure that this whole screw is going to go all the way through and connect here. And I just want to make sure that this is going to be long enough, honestly. That's key. I think it'll work just because this usually is not straight once it goes all the way down, and that shouldn't be a problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to drill a hole in the middle here where it snapped off originally. You don't have to go down terribly far for that one. Let's see, we'll test our screw, because this is where basically the screw will be ending. That's looking good. So basically, what's our most important part is to make sure that once this thing starts, we're going to articulate him, that it's not going to break the ball here or the hold here. So the only thing that makes me nervous is, since this is broken now, is that I hope that this doesn't, come off of here. And I don't think it's going to. I really don't. Also, one thing we're going to do when we're done with that, we're going to Dremel out this lower abdomen area. So once that's dremeled out, it won't be so tight in there, and we'll have a decent fix. So what we're going to do is we're going to straighten this out. You guys have seen me do this 1,000 times, but for those of you who have not, I'm going to show you anyways. So if you've seen this before, you know the whole song and dance. There's nothing new that I'm going to be doing here. We grip it. We pull this here, and you just want to slowly but surely straighten this guy out as much as we can, because it's gonna get pretty tight. We're gonna have to go back in with a probably a slightly larger drill bit, just because of the size of these screws here. They're fairly large, and like I said, they're bigger than the usual 1 mils that I use, just because I wanted something way stronger. And I found these on accident, actually, because I ordered the wrong size, which happens from time to time. And it's a what is Bob Ross always says, it's a happy accident. A happy little accident. Okay. You don't want to bend like it, and if you get to the point where you're just bending the crud out of this thing, then you might want to start over, because if you bend it too much, these things can snap, and you don't want to snap it like inside and wreck your whole repair. That would really suck. I realize he's the man of steel, but you don't want to have the man of steel broken screws in him. Let's get back to it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to swap over to a 1.2 millimeter drill bit, which I should have had ready, and I don't. Apologize for that. I think, let me just double check before I go drilling in here. Let me throw it on the ground first. Let's see what we got here. Let me just see if this will go in. We'll grip this peg. Oh dang, actually that feels pretty freaking good. We might not have to use another drill bit. Now watch this. We're going to drill in. We're going to go ahead and screw this all the way through. That's the one thing. We always have to test it. We always have to go all the way through. And if I can do this with my fingers and it's got a nice tension to it, then that's great. Man, this is really good. It sucks that that piece broke, but I think it's still going to be okay. Okay, you can see here that this this has officially snapped off because it is fairly tight. So that's okay. That's okay. What we can actually do is we can actually back up the tracks here. So that's how far we made it out. We didn't make it out very far before it, it snapped this other piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this right here. And we'll just have to do this in 2 parts instead of 1 part. We're going to make sure we screw this all the way through here. Just like so. And like I said, you'll be surprised how well this holds, even without all the threading. But I just want to make sure that once we do get all the way through, that this baby's going to go in farther, or far enough. My God, it's insane. That was a hard one to get out. Yeah, we'll keep twisting. Okay. So, yeah, I think this will work fine. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna lace this with super glue. Then what'll happen is we'll get this in, we'll grip this piece right here, and this won't be able to go down any further, and so we can get that screw in just a little further. So let's go ahead and back up the tracks. A lot of people don't like this process because it takes some time. I get it, but it's gonna be worth it in the long run for you to test everything out and make sure it's gonna work for your figure. You know what I mean? That's what we want to do here. If I can back this thing out, god dang. Cut there. Trying real hard here, guys, to get this thing out. Oh my gosh, why won't it come out? I swear I had this problem last time, guys. What the heck? It's like you gotta, I think because it's broken the hold. There we go. Well, if that's anything to tell you, this thing's gonna be, it's gonna have a nice hold. So that's good. Unscrewed. Bruh. Man, give my hands a rest here for a second. Just, how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing good? Everybody doing all right? Man. Tell you what, this last weekend was crazy, guys. I did so many freaking repairs that I'm just feeling it right now. I can feel it in my hands. I did probably a good 9 repairs Sunday, and it's just been insane. I can't believe how many have come in. So I'm just trying to keep everything going, you know, but trying to take care of my hands. But also, that's just me actually just buying time because Rocker Josh is here. Excellent. Thanks for showing up, Josh. I feel like it's been a while since I got to do that for you. That's me just rambling, buying time. Oh, I don't want to screw up this name so bad. All right, here we go. Here we go. Is it El Mata? It's either El Mata Sesues or El Mata Sesus. I hope I'm saying it right. I really hope it's Sesues. El Mata Sesues. Says Bill Maru. And I love it. I love that. I didn't see that. Omega Weapon 13 said, damn, who did Superman piss off? Well, his name is James. And yeah, looks like he's been through the ringer quite a bit here. But unfortunately, this is a common issue, man. All this guy could have done was grabbed it, pulled it out of the package, and bent the waist a little bit, and then bam, snapped. It's pretty ridiculous, really. Okay. Let's see if I can't get this tighter. All right. Since we got this out, man, I feel like I'm making this thing a little too crooked. I kind of like it whenever it's like slightly bent like that because you get just a slightly stronger hold. I don't feel like I've ever had to go all the way through a broken one like this, so this is actually new for me. Because like an idiot, I broke it trying to get it out of there. All I had to do was drill a hole into it, screw it in, and pop it out. But we didn't do that. Anyways, it usually doesn't break like that. It usually is the ball is broken inside, not with the ball and peg. The peg's usually left, but it didn't. So live and learn. We know how to deal with that next time. Okay, so now that we have this peg out, which was not as easy as I thought it would be, but we got it out. Just had to pull it a little more because the threading had kind of given up on us there. So we had to back up the tracks a little bit. So I'm gonna use the super glue, the Loctite super glue ultra gel, just because that gel is gonna give us just a little bit of extra grab. I usually use the JB Super Weld, but for this, since we gotta kind of get a better grab without as much threading, I want to just add a little extra oomph there on the end. All right, so we're gonna keep going, and we kind of got to move fast on this, just because what we're doing here is we're putting 3 parts in. basically. So we're going to go ahead and attach this as well, which I didn't really test, but I don't think we need to. So what I've got to do here now is I've got to grip this plastic piece, and then we're going to go in here like so. See how much I can do with just my hands. I'm trying not to touch all that gel super glue that I just had to have on there. I'm telling you, in the long run, it's going to be worth it. So here we go. We need a good grip on here, and we're going to go ahead and keep going through, and hopefully this is kind of a new one for me. As I'm doing this is kind of new. But I think it's a good learning experience, and I think some people could definitely run into this issue where, you know, they want to use the factory peg here. It could break on them. So what I'm hoping right now is going to happen is this is going to start attaching itself, and we're going to be able to drill through the ball. And I might need to clamp this in 2 spots, because right now I can't really get further in to the ball joint. We're just barely out. Oh, look at that. Actually, this might work. There we go. There we go. There we go. Because we definitely want to have some of that threading available when we insert this back in. It looks like that's going to be a nice little chunk of threading right there. That's perfect. So yeah, that worked. I thought it would work out, but you know, sometimes you can run into really crazy issues. And probably what I would like to do, I think I'd like to add just a little glue around the edge here, which we can get rid of in a minute. But it'll just add that extra seal. And then we're going to add a big old chunk of glue there. Careful not to get it anywhere else on your Superman here or figure. And then we're going to insert it here, just like so. We're going to go ahead and screw that in nice and tight. All right. And now that all of that's done, it's nice and snug. Now we just have to wait for the super glue to dry. And that's very important, because right now this is in a kind of a delicate state. You can also see down here that there's a little bit of excess super glue. That's not going to be a problem. You'll never see it. If it's bothering you, you can wipe it away. I kind of like to press it up against the seams of where the plastic's touching the plastic, the meating of it, so it kind of fills in any kind of cracks that might be there, although it should already be filled in since you pressed it down. But should be good. Should be good. All right, like I said, let's wait. Let the super glue dry. Then we're going to clip off this top, sand it down, and then we're going to sand out our Superman. What the heck? That's kind of spooky. Alexa, read my notifications.
2 new notifications from Amazon. U.S. National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Rome. It'll be in effect until February 21st, 8:30 p.m. CST. U.S. National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch for Rome.
Whoa.
It'll be in effect until February 22nd, 2 a.m. CST.
Well, that escalated fast. Sheesh. Looks like we got a bad thunderstorm coming to our little town over here. All right, I am going to look at some of the comments here, guys, and let this stuff dry for a minute. What's up, my man? Samurai Chris is here. Always a pleasure to see you. Bill, what's your go-to place for tools? You a Home Depot man, Lowe's, Ace Hardware? Man, that's kind of tough. So I'll go kind of anywhere, really. Lowe's is pretty good. Lowe's is where I found, I think it's Lowe's, where I found these Cobalt tools. These are pretty cool. They're pretty strong and decent. Yeah, this Cobalt brand's really good. A lot of times I'll hop on Amazon as well, just because, you can get exactly what you're looking for. Sometimes I don't need like a giant something, as far as clippers go or whatnot, or screwdrivers or stuff like that. But usually, yeah, any of them really work for me. Honestly, I'm a fan of all of them. I have an Ace actually down the road, which I should just go in there and check it out. That'd be kind of cool. Um, oh man, I'm so sorry. I forget that everybody has echoes, man. I'm so sorry. That's such a jerk move. I hate it when TV shows do that, and here I am doing it. Like, I'm sorry. Stupid. Oh, Mega Weapon says you can tell if the Superman is issue 1 or 2 by the back cape. Issue 2 Superman has the shape detail in the S. The shape detail in the S. Okay. Shape detail. Oh, I'm trying to look at like I'm looking at the front and the back, and they both look. I don't know enough about Superman to really know if this is right or not. The shape detail. I don't know what that means. Sorry. I don't know. I just don't know. Hopefully I find out. You guys see that new NECA Mikey comes out more badass than I thought he would. Depending on which one you're talking about, Samurai. Yes and yes. They both look amazing. Spoiler alert for those of you who have not read some of the stuff out there. The freaking the mummy Mikey is so good due to that rot face puppet face that they gave him from the old that meme, but it was an actual that old live action face is so awesome that they gave him that nasty worn out rotten Muppet mask. It's so cool. NECA is killing it right now with the turtles, guys. And then freaking Mezco comes out of left field like, hey, you guys want some awesome turtles? Here you go. Like, oh my god. I can't believe this is happening. I literally can't believe that's happening. It's crazy. It's crazy right now. I think I'm just going to sell all my stuff at this point and just collect turtles. I'm not joking. I'm seriously thinking about like selling most of everything just to make room for turtles. I mean, it's my thing. Turtles and Ghostbusters would be nice. I think that'd be just a little bit of Marvel. Tiniest bit of Marvel. We'll see. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Julian said, hey, Bill, I got the 3 new retro Spider-Mans. Maybe it'd be Spider-Man. With Shocker and Doctor Strange with Wong. I got Wong. I think he was pretty cool. I ended up getting a Shocker. I got Shocker, Black Suit Spider. My buddy Anthony actually got me Black Suit Spider-Man, and he made these freaking dope heads. Where's the one I've got? I don't know if he's got any more left, man. They were selling like freaking crazy. But he made these awesome symbiote heads with raised eyes on them, and they fit the new symbiote Spider-Man, and they are clean. He was selling them for like 30 shipped too. And I mean, the eyes and the head are separate 3D printed pieces. So the eyes and whatnot, and he painted the heads. And I really want to show it off. I threw it over here. I didn't throw it, but I set it over here. And then I started working on a bunch of stuff, and it's probably buried somewhere. So he's gonna fight me. Sorry, Anthony. Can't find it. I just got it too. I literally got it from him on Saturday. And it was over here a minute ago. Talk amongst yourselves. Son of a gun, for real? Man, I might have put it somewhere else. I was messing around last night with some repair work, like I said, and I think things got all jumbled around. I have no idea where I put that stuff. I ended up getting a lot of new things well, I wouldn't say a lot of new things, but I definitely got some cool stuff this weekend. I traded in a lot of old Transformers I had and ended up getting some really cool pieces that I wanted. I got this awesome what is it? It's the True Force. I always forget. True Force Collectibles, Designer Series, Mega Man X. This thing is so freaking clean. It's got LED and the Mega Buster. He's got die-cast parts. It's gorgeous. This thing's wonderful. Got it for a good deal at Dallas Vintage Toys, and then I picked up this expensive superhero because this is, I don't think they're going to top this costume. And this is just awesome. It's going to go well with my Bucky, so it makes me very happy. And I ended up grabbing some of the Star Wars Fallen Order figures. I've been backtracking because I started the game. I started the game whenever it came out on PS5. Like they did the PS5 update. So I started it then, and I was like, this game is amazing. Cal Kestis is like, that's the character I would want. If I was a Jedi character, that's exactly who I'd want in the Star Wars universe. I'm like, this dude's like a mechanic. He fixes his little droid. His droid's amazing. What is happening? Oh, here we go. I actually set it in a safe spot. So, hang on. No, I have not seen Peacemaker yet, guys. I did not. I haven't even watched past season or episode 2. Sorry. I like it. I do. I like it a lot, but I just haven't had that time yet. I look forward to it, though. I really do. Look at this. Oh, maybe we'll show it off here in the good camera. Look at that. Well, it's not really the good camera anymore, is it? It was, and now it's not. There we go. Dude, the eyes are raised. Look at that. Look at that. Smooth. This thing is dope, dude. And last I heard, he had 2 left. That was it, man. They're selling really fast. So if you guys look up on my deal, like A. Marto is his name, is Anthony. And I don't know if he's got any of these things left, but man, get in on one if you can, because these things are hot. He sold out pretty dang cool. He's selling them really fast. He also hooked me up with this sweet vapor vest. It's orange. I'm super excited. But yeah. Okay, enough about my weekend. So okay, yeah, they're saying it's issue 1. So this is the first release. So hopefully this isn't a problem on the second one. You know? Maybe not. I don't know. I sure hope not. Okay, so I believe this is dried enough to where we can... you can still see it's a little wet. So let's go ahead and... We're going to go ahead and clip this off here. Alright. I'm going to use these big old clippy boys here. These are Cobalt brand. You can get these at Lowe's. So they work really well for clipping very strong pegs like that. Those screws, those steel screws. I'm going to go ahead and move this Superman further away from any super glue just in case. So what we want to do now is we're going to take our drill bit, sanding bit. We're going to take our sanding bit and we're going to sand this down just a bit. Maybe around the edges just a little bit. This glue is still drying, but I think we can go ahead and drill this top, sand this top down to make it smooth, and then we'll stop for a little bit and let that cool down as well, and then we'll get back to it. Okay, so I'm going to get the big one. Getting the big boy. Come here. The Dremel 4000. That pistol grip pump on my lap at all time. I love it. All right. So yeah, we're going to use the Dremel 4000 for this. This is really strong. It's also very loud. So just mute for this loud noise that's coming your way. You'll notice that whenever I'm sanding, I kind of glide along. That helps, it just helps grind it down a little faster, and seems to always help with heat issues or whatnot. It just goes a little quicker and gets you a nice even um, surface. So you can see there that it's left a little bit of little plastic. You can always take a razor blade and just kind of, I always like to make sure I'm actually hitting that plastic right there, just so I know that I've gone down far enough to where the peg won't be sticking out. It's looking pretty good. It might need to go down a little bit more, but you don't want to sit there and just hammer on it or drill on it like that for so long, as this can get hot, and if you move it, it could break your hold of your super glue inside your plastic, because right now that baby's probably pretty hot. And it actually can help with a hold as long as you don't mess with it. Leave it alone after a while, because that heat will reheat that super glue, so to speak, and inside of that threading that you've made, it's going to kind of expand in there, and then let it dry, and it's going to create a better hold. So what we can do right now is we can take our burr bit. I'm going to set this over here for a minute. We can take our burr bits like so. Let's see, I think I've got a pretty decent one right here. It's got a nice size to it, about the same size as a little smaller, which is what we want compared to our ball joint here, and that's good. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that and we're going to go ahead and put it in here in our little Dremel. We're going to make sure it's not on a very high speed. And one thing that I like to do whenever we're dremeling around figures that have cloth goods and whatnot, I like to take a Ziploc bag or any kind of plastic or whatnot and separate the figure in it. Basically put the cape in the bag. You can kind of seal that up a little bit, as much as it'll go. You don't want to get too crazy. But basically this kind of protects it from any, loose debris or plastic or whatnot, and just in case you were to, heaven forbid, slip, you wouldn't hit, the cape. So we're going to go ahead and put this in here, and then we're going to just kind of Dremel it around a little bit. We don't want to get rid of too much of the plastic, but we do want to get rid of just enough to where we can pop that baby in, and it's going to glide around in there and not get stuck and break again. You can see this is what this cape would have had all over it right now. So what I did was, when I put this in, and we're on a very low speed, like we're at 2, maybe 3 on this Dremel stylus, so that's not a very high speed at all. And so what I did was really I pushed in more, and just you slowly, while pushing in, just kind of glide around the inner rim in there. You know what I mean? Just that internal bit. And that should be enough to, kind of loosen this guy up. We're going to do it just a little more. Let's blow all that away. And so what can happen is, it is possible for you to maybe Dremel away too much. If so, then you'll know once you put this peg back in, if it just pops in and pops out, or if it, for some reason, there's a lot of things that can happen here. Let's just go with the first one, the simplest one. Let's say it pops in and it's just loose. Well, what you can do with that is you can add a little more glue around the edge here, and a lot of times you can pop it in, twist it, and pop it out real quick and let that dry. And usually what that does is it coats the outer peg and then the inner cavity, and so you have like a pretty nice hold, because what you're doing is you're popping it in, you're twisting and moving it out real fast too. Don't let it sit in there, because you could possibly break this. Keep in mind, this one is held together 3 different spots here. 1, 2, 3. So we got a base, we got the center shaft here, and then the ball peg on the end. So this really turned into kind of more of an advanced repair, seeing that we had to, do that. And another thing that's bothering me is these legs. Listen to that. A lot of times you can put shock oil or you can pop these things in. This one really makes me nervous because it feels like it's going to break. And I might have to fix this for the client just because that's making me nervous. It twists out to the side, which is fine. You'll notice on this one, when you twist it out to the side, not a big deal. When you twist it to the front, we're getting some pushback. Now watch this one on the side here when I go to the sides. Okay, that's super tight if it's on the sides. And then when I go forward, it's not moving. Like right now, I'm just twisting the hip. I don't even think that thing could pop forward. So what we might need to do, honestly, is I'm probably going to pop this thing out and Dremel it a little bit for the client, just so he doesn't break his hip. That's this thing is really riddled with issues. Gorgeous figure, but full of problems. How is everybody doing? What's up, Chris Jordan? I don't like that at all. I don't like either of these legs. All right, let's help him out. Let's help out a friend. Let's do work for free. Everybody likes it when you do work for free, right? It's a good song. That's a children's song. My grandfather used to sing me that. Don't break. So here is the after credits secret ending. The special, did you wait after the credits scene? Man, Bill fixes the Superman hip too. It's crazy. So a lot of times what you want to do on these is to get them out. A lot of times all you have to do is you're going to come in from the side like so, and you're going to work that and just pop it out. Pop it straight out. Don't try to twist it off or anything like that. Just pop it out. A lot of times if you can get it as far kind of bent close, like the thighs close to the crotch area, close as you can get, and then you want to come in from the side like so, because you don't want to push any pressure to the side really. You want to just push out. That was so tight in there, man. That is crazy how tight that was. Man, that thing went that. He's so lucky that there's not even a stress mark. So he hadn't. I don't think he'd bent this thing forward yet. There's no way. And if he did, he got crazy lucky. This one, I'm not too worried about. That sounds scary, but it's loose enough to where that's like a Storm Collectibles, and a lot of those are okay. Yeah, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take a smaller burr, and we're just gonna Dremel out that inside there just a little bit to help our guy out, because he's sitting on a potential broken figure here, and I know none of you would want that, so we don't want that for him. So we're gonna go ahead and do exactly what I just did to the waist. Honestly, wouldn't lie to you. Push in, go around the inner side there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to test that out. It shouldn't be too much. I'm hoping that does just enough. And if we pop this in and it's doing the same thing, now all you should have to do, and this you have to be very careful here because you can snap this peg if you're not careful. You got to get a good hold on it, really good hold, and just push straight in. Push that hip straight in. You can see right here from the top. There you go. Just make sure you're careful and you move slow and you'll be all right. Look at that. Nice and tight, but not too tight where it's going to break. This one here, I'm not worried about that one. That should be fine. I'm sitting here like kind of doing it from like an eagle eye shot, and it looks fine. But yeah, if you move that thing out to the side, that's not good. If it's tight, squeaky to the side, that's bad. To the front and back, as long as you can kind of get a good look on it and it's not bending the peg with it, you're totally good. I mean, I could pop this thing out and we can knock that out, but I'm not worried about that. In fact, that's a good tightness, I guess, in there. But whew, problem averted. That's what I do for a hobby, right there, guys. Let's see what you guys got going on here. I want to answer some questions real quick. Julian says, Bill, very important question. Do you have any suggestions for attaching capes to figures? Oh, man. You know, that's not I'm not knocking you. That's kind of it's hard to answer because look around at the capes and a lot of them, every cape's like different, you know what I mean? Or can be. So it really depends on how you're going to attach it. Are you attaching it under some shoulder pads? Are you attaching it like under like a logo? Like, or if you'll notice here, I mean, this Superman has this kind of separate piece right here. His chest is separate and that folds down in here if you want it to be the seamless, look. Or there are some that just will go around the neck. I mean, if you've made a cape and you're just trying to attach it, find something that it can either, hide in, or if it's got wire, you might be able to drill into a figure, which assuming it's going to be permanent, but even then that's kind of a drastic measure, I guess. Yeah, it really depends on the job. I hate that. That's kind of it's not really the direct answer I'm sure you're looking for, but that's really all I got, unless I know exactly what we're working with. Don Draper said, Bill, any way to get super glue off a resin statue? I got a statue recently that came in destroyed, so I had to glue most of it back together. Some white spots from the glue showing. Actually, if you take a warm, moist, like cloth, like just take a rag, you can generally like run it over it, and a lot of times that glue, like that'll go away. That's kind of simple as it gets, really. If that doesn't work, then you usually have to paint over it, which that's probably not what you want to hear or do unless you're good at painting. I've actually got a statue on the way that I've got to fix. I got to paint the nose on a Vegeta that's got scratched. And I'm nervous about this one coming in, dude. I was like, dude, you need to pack that thing good. Like really good. Because he's sending me the whole figure because the neck that plugs in is like on a block. And I'm thinking it's like my Sideshow Aquaman up there. He's got those like this square kind of rectangular peg that pops into his neck. But it's like, it's rocking. So something is weird on there. Something's not connecting correctly. But... okay, let's get back to Superman. All right, so we're going to go ahead and Dremel this down one more time. I want to make sure this is nice and smooth on top. It looks like it's got just a little nook, and I don't want that. That could cause it pressing up into the top and these edges not connecting properly. So let's go ahead and Dremel it down just a little more. Once again, noise warning. There we go. That's looking pretty. And that's what we got. We got a nice little screw on top here. See if I can... A lot of times you can test it with your finger to see if it's gonna... You don't want to grab it too tight, but I mean, this thing's gonna be going in to this figure, so we definitely want it to be nice and smoothed out. So I'm going to grab a smaller sanding bit. I would use my favorite sanding bit, but I can't because I don't want to hit the trunks, and we kind of got to get down slightly under the trunks a little bit, and that's due to this little area right here, which I could probably actually do with this little guy right here. I'm going to keep it kind of low speed, and then we'll go around the edge here at the indentation. Any kind of areas that might have basically any rocky or sharp edges or something that's going to stop our articulation from flowing, which we don't want. Remember, this is when I said earlier that I'm going to add a lot of extra glue, but we can get rid of it. This is what we're doing now. Basically, we're using it to shape the bottom of the peg out. Looking pretty good. And also, sometimes what will happen whenever I'm working with this stuff is we have to re-sand. We have to sand down the ball peg because I'll grip it with needle nose pliers. And sometimes you really got to get a good hold on that thing. A lot of times, what I'd like to do is I'll put a piece of leather, just a scrap piece of leather, in between my the teeth of the pliers, and that helps out a lot. You won't get those any damage or anything like that. Unfortunately, in this case, you just can't really avoid it if you're going to grip it directly, and sometimes you got to grip it directly. That's how you're going to get sometimes the best hold. But we're going to use this little sanding bit here, a little smaller, and we're going to go all the way around to get rid of those teeth marks. And it shouldn't take much. Just an easy sand. It's not on every spot. There we go. And you can feel it with your fingers to see if there's any kind of... And you can actually see... Let's see if I can zoom in here. You can actually see some of the teeth there, the teeth marks. It's kind of crazy. So we'll kind of... Because that's going to cause more friction in our turn, and we don't want that. And I think that'll be just fine. We don't want to get... You don't want to make this ball uneven, because what can happen there is if you go uneven, then it's gonna not bend correctly or twist correctly. It might get stuck in the wrong spot. It might get stuck and break. It might pop out when you turn it too far to the left. These things can happen. But now is the moment of truth. We're gonna see if we have successfully fixed this Superman. What should happen is we should be able to pop this in and move it around, and that's kind of it. If not, then we might have to do a little more work. So let's see, we're going to pop straight down. And it's really, that's making me a little nervous. It's a little tight. So I'm probably going to go around with the sanding bit here. Just to make this opening a little bit bigger. I don't want to go too crazy, but it's a little tight, and so we want that, but we don't want that. You know what I mean? There's a sweet spot in here. So let's see if we get some... Just pop it straight down. All right, that felt good. All right. Oh, yeah. It's nice and smooth. I tested it before it went in there, so it had just the right amount of movement in it. The peg, ball, and base are all connected properly. This is how you do it correctly. Not trying to brag, just that worked out very well. More issues can come from that, but this is really a pretty perfect example of how to fix the broken waist peg. If it breaks in three, really, that was technically three breaks, you know. Well, I guess technically two, but you know, it's three levels. So you've got your base, the shaft, and then the ball peg at the top. But it's nice and smooth. It's also got nice friction to it. It's good to go. We also went ahead and fixed this leg here. This is really nice. Got a good hold to it. So yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you fix a Mafex Superman. This can work on a lot of different figures, a lot of different Mafex figures, any kind of waist peg or anything like that. A ball socket essentially can break on just about anything. I've seen that break on a lot, but it seems so simple, and it can be, but a lot of times it can turn into something. You know, I've done these repairs countless times, and here we found something new today. I was trying to pull it out the wrong way. I should not have grabbed it by the with my pliers. Generally, I will drill into that peg that was stuck up in here, and I will just pull it straight out. Sometimes that works. Most of the time it will. If you don't, you can see what can happen. You can snap that peg, and then you've put on a little more work for yourself. But with all that said, I hope you've learned something today. I hope you guys take care of each other out there. And as always, I'll keep repairing your toys. Take care of each other. All right, guys. We did it. We did it. We fixed Superman. Yay. We did it. Important question. Ashes Remain, solid band, or torture to listen to? That Ashes Remain will be playing when you enter the pearly gates. That's what I've heard. That's the rumor. So take that for what it's worth, which is a lot. Yay! Yay! Superman's fixed. Back into the box you go. I'm gonna give him a little. Put him in this. His extra padding, and then we make him a little. To-go. A little to-go bag here. A sticker, magnet, and a business card. All ready to go. Back home. Oh. Great. That's good. Yay. Yay for that. Man, it's only 8:11. How about that? I could probably fix some more stuff tonight. But I would... Man, I feel like I actually have time to talk to you guys now. That's crazy. I don't know if anybody wants to talk to me or if they just want me to shut up and, you know, fix the toys. Oh, I do have some... Oh, I said Marvel Legends tonight. But I do have a crazy storm repair that I might do. Let's see. Let's see what you guys are up to here. DC Direct, Dr. Manhattan. Someone's oh, Don, that sucks, man. The translucent repairs. I hate doing those. I always have to warn people. I'm like, man, I can fix it, but a lot of times if I have to like put a screw in it to fix it, it's like just a big glaring screw inside of a translucent plastic. What do? You know, how do you get rid of that? You don't. Or I don't know, buy a new one or find some. If anybody knows how to fix translucent figures, hit me up. Who is your favorite MCU character? My two are the Cloak of Levitation and Rocket. I have to say those are pretty good choices. I really like that you chose the Cloak of Levitation. But you also asked who's your favorite, and then you got to pick two. So I don't know, Julian. Am I picking my favorite two? Like my favorite two characters? If I picked my favorite two MCU characters, oh man, It probably goes to Scott Lang and Korg. Yeah. So that would be my two favorites. Runners up are Bucky. Man, I love me some Falcon. Like I'm just gonna do top fives really. Um, I love Loki. I love Loki so much. Um, yeah, that's pretty good. I'll tell you who my number one not favorite person is in the MCU, and that's Ned from the Spider-Man series. Man, I wish he was Genki. I wish they made him. That actor. There's no way he can't like not play. So I remember at the end of that movie, and spoiler alert, I'll try to keep it light. At the end of that Spider-Man film, when Spider or Peter sees MJ and Ned again, like the Ned who's like cool and calm and nice, I like him. I like that. I know the actor can act like that, but man, when he's just Ned, I'm like, he's so, oh man, I can't with him. It's like Darcy, what's her name? Darcy from the, yeah, he's on par with Darcy from Thor 1 and 2. God bless America. Help me. Um, who would win in a basketball game, Marvel or DC, and who would be your starting five for each team? Well, that kind of sucks because, like, man, mm, I don't know, man. Like, it depends on the team. How do I get to choose? Why do I get to choose the top? Like, I want to choose my favorite characters, obviously. Like, if I chose my favorite characters, then there might be an actual competition because otherwise, you can just, I don't know, people pick Superman and Hulk, and I don't know, what do you do? That sounds like a destroyed gymnasium, is what that sounds like. That sounds dangerous. I don't know, man. That seems a bit much. What's going on, Daniel H? I don't know, man. I think like it'd be cool, like if you had the basketball teams, you need like Plastic Man and Mr. Fantastic, because the Stretchy Boys. I think those would be great. Um, I think that'd be really fun in hockey. Like you see like Plastic Man just stretching out and whatnot. I think I'd like to even it out. It'd be cool like Constantine, Doctor Strange. Have a little magic back and forth. I don't know how that's fair. Um, you could do. I think Nightcrawler would be dope, just because he could bamf around. I don't know how that's not going to be traveling. Um, maybe that's how you beat him. Uh, who else? Who else are we looking at? That's crazy. I don't know, man. That's a lot. That's a lot going on in there. Those seem like the most fun characters to like throw in there, though. I don't know. It seems like the most like Beast. Like those seems like the fun like characters and whatnot, and like symbiotes and Magneto. Well, I guess Magneto would kind of suck at basketball. It's just less than balls metal. Or like somebody like Taskmaster. That'd be dope to see something like that. You have Taskmaster, and who's the equivalent for Taskmaster in DC? Who can copy who can copy moves in DC? Sure, there's a character like that, right? Why is my mind going blank? Crap. I felt like there was somebody that could do that. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's like it's not Metamorpho. Metamorpho and like what's his name? Oh, Sandman. Sandman would be cool on the courts. Um, man, I don't know. I'm like looking at all my figures right now, and I'm just kind of like, sheesh. Like you can't have Giant Man out there. That's not fair. But somebody like Saran or Archangel or Angel flying around. I don't know. I think I've probably hit the peak. Doc Ock sounds fun. Like to be running out. You'd have to have like you'd have to invent like a new basketball like stadium mask taster. Dang it. Man, I got hang on. Hold on. I have to text my buddy Ryan. He's like one of my best friends and he doesn't watch my streams cuz he's a freaking great guy. Mask taster. DC's answer to Taskmaster. I taste masks. What are you doing? I don't know why I first read like taste masker. I'm like, what is that? What, what the hell is that? Gonna mask the taste. Oh, Julian dropped a joke. Hey, Bill, why did the coach go to the bank? To get his quarterback. Yep. To get his quarterback, guys. That's why the coach went to the bank. It's a cheap coach, by the way. Like he had to go get his quarterback. I saw it, Julian, and I read it. I read your joke. Man. Oh, ridiculous. You're ridiculous. But keep telling those jokes. Don't ever stop. So here's a fun one. I received. Let's see if I can find. Man, guys, this is nuts. How many repairs are here? I actually need to find the box that this is in. I've got the piece over here. A guy sent me. This is old. This is one for my man. Actually, I wonder how hard this would be. This is my guy, Sergeant Bananas. Sent me a fun little repair here. And I forget the name of this. This is such a cool figure. It's not going to look that way on here because he didn't send the whole thing because he's smart. Yeah, look at this, guys. Let's get everything out here. I forget the name of these things. They're really, really cool, though. I think he's like a robot. It's like a robot guy. And it looks like he's got a broken... Dang, this wrist peg's about to break, too. I don't want to bend that. I think I can probably fix that for him, too. He was cool. He's like, man, he's like, if you want, you can use a... he's got these black pegs here. He's got a yellow peg. He said this is the same size. Jeez, man, is the peg really that long in there? Holy crap. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, let's try this out real quick. I kind of got sidetracked. You guys have too good, your questions are too good. We're going to heat these up. Heat up the wrists a bit. And let's see if we can't. First off, I'd like to pry this one out. I wonder if I could get this out with my clippers here. Very gently. I don't think that was gentle at all. Oh, that, man, that changes everything for us. Look at the difference here. Look at, dang it, Johnny. What the heck? Those are not the same. Look at this thing. Look at that peg. That's insane. And now I gotta try to get this out of here, and that's gonna be fun. I have to be very careful. This is such a sharp tool. Alright, we gotta heat that up real nice to get that out. That is a crazy peg. Man, ugh. And it broke in like 2 as well. I wonder if I've got just a peg that I could just replace this with instead of repairing it, because, I don't know, that's a bit much. Let's see if we can't get it out first. Okay. Man, okay. Be very careful here not to stab myself in the thumb. Yeah, heat it up again. Don't want to force it. Probably gonna have to keep it on here just a little longer. All right, let's see if we can get it out of here. Gosh dang. See if I can use this thinner one. I don't want to cut myself with that thing. That is not fun. It is not fun at all. Dang, dude. This thing is in there really well. Ugh. What the heck? I don't want to rip this thing, but I'm trying to be as careful as I can. And it's barely, it's like kind of coming out. That's not the whole thing in there, is it? Man, this thing is chewed up. That was it. Oh yeah, there's no saving that one. There's no saving that peg. Look at this thing. Okay. So there's this piece, that piece. I don't even think I have the whole thing. Good Lord, that's a mess. Yeah, that whole thing's just a mess. Welp. Dang it. Yeah, there's no... The extra ball's not in there, but it wouldn't matter because it's just snapped around. So what I do in a situation like this is where I try to find a similar color to where it's not so obvious. Kind of looks like the Damn Toys Old Bones from... I think you're right. Otaku Zero. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. You got it. That's definitely it. So I always keep these on standby. Always. I've collected these for years. I actually got a lot of these off of my man Anthony's Customs. He had like a big going away sale and he posted these up and I couldn't have jumped on these fast enough, man. This is a godsend for repairing figures. You never know what you're going to need when it comes down to repairing. Let's see. That's not terrible, but it certainly isn't the same color. I'd like to get a little closer, even if it's more work. He said he'd be fine with using a yellow here, but I'm like, man, yellow seems pretty obvious. Oh, this one would have been perfect, but it's just too big. Sometimes the pegs are just too big. Am I going to pick up the NECA Secret of the Ooze 4-pack? Probably, because I think they've got updated articulation in them. So that'd be cool. The movie ones are they're not my favorite, man. I mean, I like them. I do. Don't get me wrong, but it's just those aren't my favorite turtles. I like comic, cartoon, and video games. Not in that order. They're all kind of... Really, the cartoon's kind of my favorite. I love the video game stuff, and I love... if they're like redoing... If they're doing IDW comics... Yeah, I'm excited. Olaf Garza's here! Calling people nerds! I like talking to Olaf down there. He's a fun guy to talk to. I'm guaranteed to laugh every time because all it takes is for one person to start doing the Macho Man impression and then he goes off on it and it's funny for me. It's funny every time. I think it's funny every time. Guaranteed laugh. We're like last night ran through a scene where the paparazzi were bothering the Macho Man while he was trying to eat potatoes at an Outback Steakhouse, and it made him upset. And it's funny. That's funny to me. So that's where we went with that. Also, Olaf, I sure would like to see some of your jewelry. I went to your Instagram, but I don't know if you have two Instagrams, but the one I saw just had a bunch of toys on it. Like a freaking nerd. Where's the jewelry at? I want some cool stuff. I want it. Oh, Josh, the Mezco turtles, insta-buy. Oh, dear, what a surprise. What a freaking surprise. Whew. Be still, my heart. Oh, the heart she hollers. Man, those look awesome. Now, I know they tend to fudge stuff at the beginning with these reveals. They get you really hyped, and it's like kind of photoshopped, but we'll see what happens when they come out. From the looks of it, they look like they had double elbows and freaking double knees. And if they have butterfly joints, oh my god. Whew. Be still. Olaf Garza is not Corey from Casting Cave. It's his brother. And he's super talented too. It's not fair. It's just not fair, guys. No, it's good. It's good. We need the special powers in this world. Well, I guess this blue might be the one that works. It's not terrible. I don't know how obvious it'll be. I think it'll be good. I think we can do something with this. Also got a gray one here that might work. It's usually pretty safe bet. Nah, this hole is so freaking big in this wrist. I can't believe how big the hole is. Sheesh. But yeah, I think I'll use these. So what I've got to do with these is basically Dremel them down to fit, to shape. And you can do that with a Dremel. And I only got to do the one, so that's cool. Kevin Eastman had a 4-pack of Toon Turtles in the background of a recent video that was screenshotted, and some other unreleased 2-pack. Leaking NECA stuff. Good. He deserves to be able to do that. Because it's freaking Kevin Eastman. He created them. He should be able to spoil whatever he wants. You know? I am really excited about the neutrinos. Usagi Ojimbo. The Usagi, so I have a custom Usagi that I made a long time ago, and he has way more range than the one coming out. But the one that's coming out is cartoon accurate, so obviously got to get it. And dude, the freaking sewer diorama with Portal. Wow. Somebody was saying that it's potential that they spotted Donnie's coffee machine. You know, Donatello does machines. You know. See what happens. That's a fact, Jack. That's a thing. I'm going to lose my mind. There's too much cool stuff coming out, man. Like, there's too much. And plus, prices are going up on everything. So it's like, we got to be real careful. As collectors, we got to be real careful. Don't pay those scalper prices because they're already going to be ridiculous. It's going to be ridiculous. The prices are nuts. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and see which one of these is the tightest of the joints. So I give him that one. Yeah, that portal piece is dope, dude. It looks good. All right, we're going to take this. I'll snap some photos for him. Oh, man, I got a freaking SHF New Hope Han Solo for 64 shipped the other day from Mandarake, and I'm very excited because I missed out on that figure, and that sucked. So, just a little fun fact. All right, let's get to it. Here we go. We're going to shave this fella down here. Like I said, I tend to I'll try to match this shape up a little bit. Usually what I do is I come in, usually we'll go in at an angle with the sanding bit. Just kind of grind along the edge. I'm wondering if I even need to. I think I do, just because it's man, I might just use a just a better, more of a grindier bit. Usually I'll use a sanding bit, but these are pretty good. These that's why I like using these plastic pieces from these old school figures like Figmas and stuff like that, and Revo, like those joints. Some obviously break, but man, whenever you get a good one, man, those things they're really nice. They're tough to freaking sand. Let's see here. Let's see if this is gonna be too much. I want to dremel down this much right here. And I think this is way too big. What I can do is use, man, where are these? I haven't even like used these before. Let's try this, see what happens. I got one that's got a kind of a cool, looks like a Reese's peanut butter cup, basically. So I'm wondering if we like bring it down like this. See what happens. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. That's how you do it right there. These are hard to do because they push the joint back so much. So you kind of got to get a nice grip on it. Make sure it doesn't fly away from you. Golly. Let's see. Oh, Ori just got the knockoff NECA turtles off AliExpress. Why? Why'd you do that? There's probably gonna come out with new ones with better everything. Those things are so old, man. I've got the KOs though. They're decent. They look really nice still, I guess. But hopefully if you got them for like crazy cheap, then man, whatever. It's nice to have. But I'm pretty sure you're about to get a slew of new stuff. You know what I really need to do? I have a tool for this. Here we go. We're acting a fool over here, man. Let's see here. Let me make sure. Let me find my attachment piece here. Much better way to do this. I gotta find it though. I gotta find them right. There's a screw I'm missing. Shoot. Oh no. So I've got this really cool Dremel vise thing that you can just kind of set your thing on here, but I think I'm missing one of the pieces, and that's gonna suck. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got over here. Because that is a workout on the fingers. And we want to work smarter, not harder. Well, shoot. Oh, dang it. Figures. I tried to keep that stuff together, and I must have misplaced the piece. If I don't unplug my dang camera over here. I've got a, well, thing. What I would be doing is there's a, basically I plug my Dremel in here, and it turns on and spins while I can just, rotate a little piece of, on it. Dang it. That sucks, man. I don't know where I'm missing, like I said, I'm missing there's two pieces that are pretty important that I don't want to try without, because that would suck if it broke on me. Well, so much for that idea. I guess I'll just have to find that later. That's definitely how I want to do that. I'm not going to sit there all night with that. Sorry, guys. Basically all I'm going to be doing is shaping the joint to the proper, literal proper shape. The hell? I got another vise thing here. I guess I could do this. I could put the vise, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not comfortable with that vise. Oh well. I don't know. I think I was only meant to fix the Superman tonight. That might be it. That might be it, guys. Yeah, I've got some of the so I've got the OG NECA figures, and I've got the knockoffs. I've got the knockoffs with the cartoon colored bands. They're good. They're really good. I just think that you're probably about to get a lot better stuff. I mean, if they're like super like $40 cheap for all four, go for it. That's really good. If they're anything more than that, I would wait, because I imagine we're about to get, after seeing all the comic stuff that looks like it's coming out, I doubt NECA's just going to be like, well, you should have got on these over a decade ago, guys. Sorry. I think they're going to hook us all up with some really good new stuff. So, but Ori's crazy. So, I'm not telling him anything. I'm not telling him what to do. That dude's nuts. Saw his room this weekend, man. Freaking Ori's room is crazy. Like, probably one of the best displays I've ever seen. Not even displays. Displays of displays. A display of displays. Oh, there you go. Got all four for 40 plus shipping. There you go. My man knows what he's doing. I was wrong to question you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Well, I was talking about another repair though. And that was Storm Collectibles. And Marvel Legends. And this and that and this and that. I feel like I have so many repairs around me that I'm losing track of repairs. I think this one's done, so that's good. This is Cheney's box. I fixed a Mafex Joker wrist. And a Mafex Gambit knee. A freaking knee, guys. Without Corey's help. I couldn't believe it. I even had him casting a black knee joint. I was like, hey, man, I might need this because he's currently working on a Batman one for me. And I was like, dude, I'm going to need this. And turns out I didn't end up needing it. It's kind of cool. I felt proud of myself. There's only 17 minutes left. I'm going to open up this Han Solo. If you guys want to jet, cool. I'm going to be on here for a little bit, and I'm going to open up this freaking Han Solo because I haven't been able to hardly open up any of my new stuff. And dang it, I want to open something up. I'm doing it. I also got like a Jack's Pacific Sonic the Hedgehog. I paid a lot of money for it too. Olaf, you ain't know nothing about spelling. I saw you try to correct it, but it's out there now in the internet. You ain't know nothing about displays. I can hear him saying it. This is the worst. This razor blade is kaput. What are you even doing here, Razor? Like, what do you do? If you're not cutting, what are you doing? You're taking up space. How about this? How about we take these little skizzers here? Take some little skizzers. There we go. Yeah, that was just crappy. God, this is really good packing, like tape. Thanks, Mandarake. You rock, eh? I just lost subscribers just like that. Look, oof. Han Solo. Wait, that is a song, isn't it? They did that solo song at the end of Solo. Oh man, that's a real thing. Heck yeah. Little Harrison Ford action in here. His face is kind of chonky. His face is kind of fat. Is this not even opened? It said it was... Oh, here we go. Alright. So it said it was used and opened. Alright, Mandarake. Do me proud. Yeah, dude, I saw that, man. We do need to do a kit build. We're all talking about doing a kit build stream and then, like, doing something different with the same kit, which could be a really fun challenge. Right. So we got a holstered gun, non-holstered gun. Man, what's with the golden hair? Why do they do that? This isn't horrible, but it's like, God. He's got a really wide head. Man, this figure's dope. This is like, you just cannot beat this outfit at all. You cannot beat this outfit. Figure seems to be in dang good shape. How these wrist joints just make me nervous. Throw up. SHF freaking wrist joints, man. God dang, make me want to vomit. I'm so scared when I pop these things open. Here's a quick tip. If you don't want your SHF wrists to break, once you get those hands out once, you can lightly go around them. Like so. If you do it too much, you can always thicken those up with a little bit of glue. Pop. Thought I honest to God, thought I just broke that. I was like, are you kidding me right now? There we go. Yeah. There we go. That feels much better. Whew. I wonder if I've got a Han Solo head from freaking Corey. Traded some guy for 2 Funko Pops and $5 for that figure. Thought it was a bootleg, but he said he just needed to clear some space on his shelf. Dang, dude, that's awesome. Yeah. What Funko Pops did you give? 11. I like that he squeezed $5 out of you. The 2 Funko Pops and $5. $5. That'll do it. Bro, I do have a freaking Harrison Ford head. It's like he knew I was gonna get this figure. Knew it. Knew it. He knew it. He knew this day would come. I hope this isn't one of like his Black Series heads. That would suck. Oh, it's not. Yes, dude. Get this ugly. Man, took the whole neck. Took the whole neck off. Come on. What are we doing here, Han? Nope, not gonna break it. Getting too excited. Heat this up. Heat it up, heat it up. What the hell is this thing made out of? What is this? Oh man, that could have broke. Whoops. This is mine anyway, so I can break it if I want to break it. I don't, but I can. Uh-oh. I think I got a scared doggo in there. He hates thunder. Loki really hates thunder. And it's about to get crazy. So yeah, alright. So it looks like Corey fitted a joint in the head, so that's awesome. About to show off some of Corey's work. It's a grand finale tonight. Alright. Let's take this. It is really starting to thunder out there. Take that off. Pop this neck back on that we ripped off like a freaking savage. Did you see me earlier? I was like, pull it off. Sorry about that. Sorry I lost my cool like that. Got too excited. And let's... Oh, man. It's so much better. Nah, no offense to anybody with this figure, but oh my gosh. What? Bruh. Corey's painting skills are nuts. But you guys see this. Oop, just lost something. What is that? Oh, lost his belt. Lost his holster. Just put that back on. Clip it into the... Look at this, guys. Come on. It's nuts. So I do better. Wish my freaking camera would pick up better. Well, that's too dang bright, isn't it? There you go. Look at that. God dang. My camera's not doing this justice, though. I can tell that right away. It's nut. This thing is crazy looking. God, man. A little too skilled. I wish I could zoom in. Why is it focusing behind him? There we go. Let's brighten that up a little bit. There you go. Wow. Look at that. Good Lord. Compared to I'm just saying. Dude. God, why is it gold? Night and day, man. Casting cave. Hit him up. God, man. Yikes. I didn't think that one looked too bad, honestly. But, man. There you go. Little casting cave shout out there. This thing is freaking sick, man. This is a great looking figure. Oh, this makes me so freaking happy. And I've got the SHF Chewbacca from Solo, which is just like one of the coolest. I love that thing. I love everything about that look that they did for him is awesome. So I'm excited to pair those two up together. I like this version of Han. It's my favorite version of Han, and then I could put it with my favorite version of Chewie and just be very, very, very happy with my Star Wars stuff. I'm slowly like reclaiming like some of the stuff that I missed out on, and that sucks that I missed out on them. I got lucky on that one. Let's see what we got here. Miles and Black Mana Pop. Paid him the $5 to drive up and get it because I didn't feel like driving. That's awesome. That is awesome. Chris, you're freaking greatness, dude. That is amazing. Wow, really? I have a Black Mana Pop. It's the comic one. Actually, I think I might have both. I think I have the comic and the film version Black Mana. I could be wrong. I usually just collect the comic stuff for the Funko Pop stuff. I've got all the Aquaman things. Besides a Conan O'Brien Aquaman that goes for an ungodly amount of money, and I had no idea that was a thing at the time, and I hate that I missed out on that, but I will never own it, and that's that. That's all we can do. All we can do is move on, you know? Can't sit there and just dwell on the vices, you know? I don't know about you guys. You always grab yourself a little baggie. Whenever you get your figures, your imports, and piece them out or whatever. Just get everything in here and put them in a drawer. Although with the heads, I like to put them in a separate bag. You always put the heads in a separate bag, man. You can't just put a head in there all willy-nilly. Get it all scratched up and stupid like. I keep all sorts of bags around me, man, just in case. You never know. Like something like this is perfect. Take that. Throw the head in there. I'll go ahead and throw the joint in there with the head. Let me take... Did I get the Regal Cinemas exclusive pop? What is that? What do you mean? What do you mean, Chris? The Regal Cinemas exclusive Black Mana? No. No, I didn't. I didn't know that was a thing. Probably would have got it. Bill, if I wanted to customize my shocker, would you suggest doing a wash or a marker? Probably a wash, and do a brown wash. Don't do a black wash. Black wash looks terrible. Do a brown wash. The brown wash looks so good. It complements the yellow. Brown complements the yellow. Black Black is usually almost always too harsh unless it's coupled with something else. So do a brown wash. You will be very happy you did that. I know Citadel makes some really good washes. The formula they use actually, I remember it was a few years back, and I don't know, I'm sure they've advanced on it now even more, but it literally draws itself to the seams, which is pretty stinking cool. But Don Draper said, I gave my sister the Friends Pop set for Christmas one year. Then she ended up selling the entire set a year or two later for $20. They're worth hundreds now. I still bring that up to her. And you can do that. You can bring that up to her. How dare she sell your gift and for less? Oh, you got her that for Christmas. She's like, I'm selling this. All right, whatever. Oh, by the way, if you'd have waited just a little bit, isn't that how it always is though? If you'd have just waited. That's why I think a lot of us are apprehensive to sell something. The way I see it is, you only live once. Might as well sell it. And keep being happy and keep moving. Don't dwell on anything else. Just keep moving. You know what I mean? We're about to, like I said, we're working up. Actually, I didn't say it. I've been talking to my friends about it, and we're gonna do another Maru garage sale. Probably gonna aim for the spring, and I'd like to do it. And we'll see what happens. If it's too chaotic, then we won't. But we're thinking about doing it with 2 or 3 people selling, so it could be awesome. It could be in for something really great, man. You guys might be in for some really cool stuff. People seem to really bite down on the last one. I know I had a blast. I sold a lot of great stuff. People got deals. You know, we're willing to cut deals for people, and I just know a lot of people that you know, that want to sell. Good people too, honest people. Just saw the DC Essentials in store today, and they look great. But for 35 plus, I'm on the fence. Ooh, you talking about like DC Essentials, like DC Essentials long arms DC Essentials? I wouldn't. I mean, unless it's like your favorite character and you want to collect like every character or every figure of that character, go for it. But other than that, I think I only have like Aquaman now. I think I got rid of all those other ones. I will be selling some McFarlane figures that are all modded, if anybody's ever interested in those again. Batman, Flash, Bizarro, Superman, all with thigh mods. I think there's probably a better Superman coming out, but you know, whatever. They got thigh mods, so I got a lot of figures with thigh mods. I've got like all of the Cyberpunk figures with thigh mods. I'm probably gonna sell. We'll see what happens. I just got a lot. Nice. I bought from one of the last sales you did. Thanks, Don. I know you did. Appreciate that too. Yeah, it'll be a good one, man. I'm trying to see if Corey wants to jump in on it because I know he's got a lot of stuff he's wanting to move. And, you know, it all comes down to really whenever the day's over and the sale's over, you got to do all the invoicing and then you've got to get paid, which all my people last time like paid within 2 or 3 days. It was awesome. It was really cool. I was very proud of people. And then you got to ship it all out. It's all on us. You know, we got to ship all that stuff out. So that sucks. I estimate shipping on there, and if it ends up being more, then I take the hit. You know, I bite the bullet on that one. But most of the time, I ship so much stuff all the time that I've got a good idea as to how much. But oh, the deceased. Yeah, I've got a deceased Aquaman. Which was kind of funny that was the last DC Direct figure that I bought, or DC Collectibles, excuse me, before the line was deceased. How about that? Well, guys, it is 9:02 and it is starting to thunder out there. I'd actually like to stay on here a little longer, but I don't want to risk like my computer getting zapped or anything like that. I don't know how powerful this surge protector is in my room. But thank you for showing up tonight. Glad we got that Superman fixed. I think that turned out really good. Hope you learned something, you know. Hope you learned something today. Oh, Julian, we'll put a pin in that and we can talk about people who pay late next time. Oh, you gotta love that, you know. Hey, I fixed your toy. Oh, cool, man. I'll pay you on Friday. Okay. I know this isn't the same as fixing your car, but would you tell that to your mechanic? I get it if you can't, oh, I don't have $500, but it's like, for me, it's like $20. Come on, man. Help me out. I'm trying to help you out. All right, guys. That's enough of that. End on a positive note. Awesome Han Solo figure. We fixed Superman. Showed you guys how to do that in several ways. I hope everybody's doing great out there. Stay dry if you're in Texas, because apparently this stuff's about to get crazy. Dude, it's going to get cold this week again. Tomorrow's supposed to be like crazy hot. Anyways, rambling. Let you guys go. Love you guys. Thank you for always coming out and supporting me.